What's up, guys? Excalibur here. Just wanted to do a quick video or a video on market profile. I do a lot of intraday market profile analysis. I just want to show you kind of something you can set up on the higher time frame and just help you out with the market profile. I think volume is a big area of technical analysis for me. So what I have is we're going to set this up on the hourly, or what I have daily, weekly, monthly. Weekly and monthly, I just put key levels, and then daily, I kind of keep it up. So let's go ahead and replay it from our low and kind of look at the market profile and see, if we could predict or kind of figure out where the market's going today, even though we know what it did, but, replayed it at the lows. So this is the monthly right here. You have your value area low, value area high. 70% is in this area. POC, monthly POC. I always love to mark that up and move it around wherever it needs to go. So what I'm looking for is kind of low volume nodes. Low volume nodes are going to be kind of areas where the market's going to reject. A lot of people think, gap fills are plays you kind of want to get into. But for me, I feel like the gap is the rejection I want to play. So what I'm going to mark up is kind of on this monthly is kind of where the low volume nodes are. So we have our POC, and we kind of have like a lower volume node here. Extend that right. Kind of, areas where little volume is traded on this monthly, which just ended today. We're not going to go that far down because we know price didn't go down that far. The upside, you can tell we came in here, right here. And of course, the high. Let's just put this little area. This is really not the best low volume node. There's still a lot of volume traded here, but it's not compared to these. So, on the monthly, here's these levels that I like to see. Let's break it down to the weekly and kind of see where it is on the weekly. So of course, the week just started yesterday. Basically we're showing, what I like to do is kind of see where we just go week to week. We had back here, we had 3 days, basically range bound. We broke above, so we finally broke out of this value area. Pushed up, we kind of had 2 days of range, but this one's a big range because we basically outside this value area. And then last week we kind of bumped up a little bit. So we're watching definitely the value area low, value area high on this one, which I'm going to keep up. And I'm going to change it to dots. I'm going to take off the volume profile. But let's look at it. We got, the bulk of our volume right here was traded around 40-30. We were able to come down a lot of pretty decent volume, like, normal volume here. This one, definitely a lot of higher volume nodes, lower volume nodes, higher volume nodes, lower volume nodes on this one right here, just because we were able to push down so fast and we pushed up so fast. You can tell. Where is that? Okay. So what I'm looking at this week so far is we have a very small value area. Of course, it is just starting, but are we going to break above? Are we going to break below? If we do break up here, are we going to return back to the bottom value area? And kind of just go back and forth until the bigger move. But obviously, tech earnings and FOMC, the bigger move is probably going to happen. And then I always pop up the daily, kind of bring it to a lower time frame. I just like to mark up kind of previous POCs. So this is 130. And then this previous high one right here, which was 127. So they're called naked POCs because they haven't been touched from, they haven't returned. Usually they act like magnets. So these are kind of like my, if we do trend up from this little downtrend we've had here, those are going to be kind of my PTs, this POC and then that POC. But what I'm watching going into market open right here is, are we going to be able to get back into yesterday's value area where 70% of the volume was traded in this area, accept more buyers, or get more sellers and push it down or push it back up? So going in here, definitely looking at this, we'll kind of play it on a higher time frame with that and with the weekly on. So weekly value area high is basically the same, those two. So and then our monthly bounces. The downside of if we don't bounce here, but we all are bouncing pretty think from this one. So we're watching just kind of where these low volume nodes are going to bounce. So let's just kind of play it on a 15-minute. And then I'll stop it when something interesting happens. So we had, this volume node on the monthly kind of rejected here. Market opened. Oh, where was our hiccup? That volume area right there. So let's pause it here. Even though I hit pause, it's not pausing. Back to kind of noon. Let's just see what we're doing at noon. So we had a bounce here from kind of our lower volume node here. So we kind of had like a little hiccup here. This volume node acted as a beautiful kind of resistance support. And these are on the monthly, so little hiccup there, kind of rejected, broke above. Held the support to the upside. My 130. And you can tell we were able to get back inside yesterday's value area. Yesterday's POC probably will be my next PT. And then what we want to see is, where's our high here? This is the weekly. Our dotted green is the weekly value area high. Are we going to break above this? If we break above this, our trend is going up. Our volume, we are seeing new buyers, and we're able to push the price up. And on the daily, weekly, daily. So let's see if I can play it and actually pause it. Of course, the weekly, the value area is going to go up as we go up. And there is a pretty nice rejection at the value area high from yesterday. So we could have taken a nice break. We have pretty much held yesterday's POC, which pretty much the same spot as today's POC. Pretty much held. We could have taken to yesterday's value area. Beautiful play. Broke above. Came back and actually retested yesterday and then continued up. You'll see a lot of times I love breakout and retest. So let's just hex this out and let's see what we did at that 127. We caught a little hiccup there. 127, and then we pushed end of day. So, looking at these key spots definitely helps. Analyzing volume profile, I'm pretty sure, is very, very, very important. And going day to day, just marking up yesterday's POC, previous day POC, current weekly, current monthly. Those are just going to give you little magnets to, where we go. We return, revert back to the POC, and then are we going to go up on the monthly, or are we going to go down? Obviously, we went up. We hit yesterday's POC. What did we do? We kind of broke above it, consolidated, and then continued up. So they like buying, and they're going to continue to buy higher. Tomorrow might change things and whatnot. And then also on this, I want to show you guys how I do my initial balance. This has honestly become one of the greatest things I've learned trading futures. This gives me like at least 2 to 3 high quality setups during the day. So the initial balance is going to be your 9:30 to 10:30 high to low. So what I do is I take my fib retracement. You look for 9:30 open. So we're looking for the 9:30 low, and then we're kind of looking for the 10:30 high. That's a 10:30 candle. I always pop it back on to 1 minute and actually see where our high was on 10:29. Right there. And I have it already set up for IB. So this basically shows you, the initial balance is going to be one of the highest volume loaded areas. So what I'm watching is if we're going to have a chop day, what we're going to do is kind of just chop in between these areas. That's our chop day. Yesterday, we had our down day, and what I did was our initial balance was like this. We opened up 10:30 right here. We kind of broke below, tested, and then went down. So, I used that resistance as the initial balance mid to grab plays on the way down. But what I like to say is if we're able to hold initial balance high, we should have a trend day up. So there really shouldn't be any reason to kind of exit this play. You could even pop up the, minus 1.5, minus 0.5, and minus 1, just typical. Levels. And you can tell, look at this 0.5, beautiful resistance became support. This minus 1, beautiful resistance. We broke above, pushed. So using initial balance times 2 times half, times 1.5, definitely gives you spot. But that key hold of the initial balance high just shows you that we're going to have a trend day up, and, put your stop halfway down. Right here, 40.48. You got in at 40.54. Pretty solid risk reward with a 40-point move up. I would risk 20 points for 12 points or 40 points any day. So, this is initial balance. Beautiful, beautiful way to just find plays. Gives you nice levels, clean levels. And you can't, you can go wrong. Nothing's going to be perfect, but it just shows you my trend day high up or trend day down, and then, key levels on the way up. But that is going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys kind of learned something from the volume profile. Definitely throw it up on your charts. You can't go wrong. I like to do monthly, weekly, daily, and kind of check those POCs. Volume's going to be traded highest at the areas. We're going to either, agree on price there, or we're going to move higher, or we're going to move lower from that price. So y'all have a great rest of your day. Good luck tomorrow with FOMC. And then Thursday earnings. Good luck with that one too. That was a bad video.